Welcome, everyone. You may be seated. My name is George Blair, and I will be your officiant for the evening. Before we begin, I just have one question for all of you that I'd like you to answer loudly. Are we ready to finally get these two married?
Hell yeah! Noreen.
Oh, thank you.
It's blue.
Blue.
Put it in my pocket.
Okay.
On behalf of Noreen and Matthew, I would like to start off by thanking you all for being here today. Noreen and Matt are so happy to share this special moment in their lives with all of you. The fact that each of you took time out of your own busy lives and traveled far away from home to be here with them is a testament to the amazing amount of love and support they are so fortunate to have. Each one of you has given them happiness, love, and guidance throughout their lives, and being here for them today is something they will forever be grateful for. A special acknowledgement must be made for the family and friends who are unable to be here today, and the family and friends who are on the other side of the world in the Philippines. We remember the ones who have now passed on into the afterlife, but whose memories will always remain alive and strong in our hearts. And of course, this ceremony would not be complete without a personal shout out to Milo and Jet, the dogs of honor. We'll now hear a special reading from Matt's Aunt Karen Blair.
You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance.
Okay.
A Union by Robert Falgrave. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car, or over a meal, or doing long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we were married, and continue with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words and take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband and this is my wife.
Marriage is a bold step into an unknown future. It is risking who we are for the sake of who we can be. In marriage, two lives are intimately shared, and the blending of the two must not diminish either one. Rather, it should enhance the individuality of each partner. One of the greatest things in life is meeting the person who makes you feel complete. The person who makes the world a beautiful and magical place. The person with whom you share a bond so special that it transcends normal relationships and becomes something so pure and wonderful that you can't imagine spending another day of your life without them. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remember to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is standing together and facing the world. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each person can grow. It is a search for the good, the fun, and the beautiful moments in life to share with each other. It is a gift full of unexpected surprises, great adventures, good days and bad days, challenges and love. A successful marriage is not something that just happens. It takes work, understanding, and it takes time. Most importantly, it takes a commitment from both of you. A commitment to do whatever it takes to make your relationship thrive and not simply survive. Noreen and Matthew, do you present yourselves willingly in front of your family and friends to be joined together in marriage?
We do.
Do you promise to love, support, and cherish each other to be each other's greatest adventures from now to forever and beyond?
We do.
A marriage is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, and with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. Your vows are a promise to each other that you accept each other and the obligations and responsibilities that come with marriage. Noreen and Matthew have written their own vows, which they have chosen to read today. Matt?
Put this up there to him.
Oh,
I need the handkerchief.
So I can make you cry.
Thanks.
you're gonna make me cry.
Noreen, I couldn't be happier to be standing here with you. You look absolutely beautiful today. I remember pacing around the house, nervous for our first date back in 2017 when my mom said, relax. It's just a date, it doesn't mean you're going to marry her. And here we are 6 years later. She got that one wrong. I can't believe you went back out with me after I used a paper bag as a plate on our first date. From there on, our relationship took off, spending any minute we could together. We've been inseparable ever since. I'll always remember the moments we shared as I drove you home in the middle of the night, after spending hours talking, learning more and more about each other every night. I don't know how we did it since we can't stay up past 10 these days. I appreciate that you accept me for the person I am. As a partner, you've always inspired me to be a better version of myself. Although that sounds cliche, it's the truth. You always want what's best for me, and I couldn't ask for anyone better to have in my corner. There's no doubt that without you in my life the last 5+ years that I would be the person I am today, and I can't wait to see where we end up as we grow old. You're beautiful, smart, and although I hate to admit it, funnier than I am. I love how our family and friends have become one over the years, even before our marriage. I love the house we bought, the parties we have, and the dogs we rescued. You're the best dog mom to our boys, Milo and Jet. Always making sure they're above all else healthy and happy. You never say no to rubbing Milo's belly or letting him give you kisses. And you always snuggle Jet when he actually lets you. Throughout the years, you've opened me up to so many amazing things we love to do together, like eat sushi and go to amusement parks. I look forward to spending the rest of our lives finding new things to do together. Although I can't promise to not call you honey when you're mad at me, or give you $1 million as a Christmas present. I promise to always be faithful, be supportive in all your endeavors, help you achieve all your goals, cut the corn off the cob for you. Carry all 15 bags in and out that you take to work every day. And take your car to get gas in it with 1 mile left. I'll never forget when you picked me up from Anorex and your dash had 1 mile on it. I was more nervous then than I am now. On a more serious note, I go back to a memory of when my dad taught me what marriage is, when he told me he made a commitment to my mother, no matter what, for the rest of his life. And it's not something to take lightly or for granted. From when we first started talking to when the cake from Costco asked you to marry me, and by our marriage today, I've carried that thought with me and vowed to make a commitment to you and only you, no matter what, for the rest of my life. That's it.
Oh God, I'm a mess. I don't even know if I can get through this. Oh God, okay. To my Matthew, Maddie Moose, honey, dog dad, to my best friend. This is the only time I'm gonna get super sappy, so I hope you're listening because you don't really listen. Google love at first sight meaning, and the first thing that comes up is the experience of starting to be in love with someone as soon as you see them for the first time. So let's go back to 2004. I distinctly remember sitting on the edge of my seat in music class at Jacobsville Elementary School. I can't remember why our music teacher made us do that, but I will always remember that a few seats down to my right was you. I wish I could describe in words the feeling that I experienced when I saw you for the first time, which is weird because we were like 7. But it must be the same feeling that the person who came up with the term love at first sight felt, because I instantly fell in love with you. And since then, I've always loved you. I loved you in 2nd grade the moment I saw you, and every time I got to sit next to you, such as in the library where our first picture together was taken. I loved you in 4th grade when I begged our teacher to move my seat next to yours by telling her that the person I was sitting next to talked too much. She asked me where I would like to sit, and I looked at her and I said, next to Matt? I loved you in 5th grade when I begged my mom to buy me Nike Shox shoes because you wore them and I wanted you to notice me. I loved you when we got to be in the same room together because we were so cool that we got to come out of class with other kids and read books with your mom. And then when we took a field trip to Cheeseburger in Paradise to meet the senator because we had such good grades. That bus trip with the weird bathroom in the back. And we played with paper fortune tellers with the other kids. And, you know, they would always tell you who you would get to marry or be with, and I always wished I would get you. And I loved you in 6th grade when I begged my dad to take me to Lowers one Saturday morning because you were selling raffle tickets for baseball. I bought one, and you messaged me later that night saying, "Hey, thanks for buying raffles." I also love the stuffed doggy with red hearts on it that you got me for my first Valentine's Day in 6th grade. So much that when decluttering my things as I got older, I kept it all these years just because it was from you. Somehow the universe knew we would end up together, and I found new reasons to love you every day since we reconnected in 2017. Over the last almost 6 years, I've had the honor of watching you grow and the privilege of growing by your side. I've seen how hard you work. I'm a mess. I've seen how hard you work, how much you do for others, including me, because you are selfless to a fault. How you have opened up to new experiences, broadened your horizons with and without hesitation, and just how good of a soul you are. There's a reason why everyone loves you so much. We have built such a beautiful life together. We have our careers, our homes, our 2 beautiful boys, Mai Mai and Jit Jit, our amazing family and friends, and so many memories. We've tried so many new things and traveled to many different places, and we've made most of our dreams a reality, and I say most because I'm still waiting on my pool. I find myself in random moments of gratitude for what we have because it is all I've ever dreamed of. Thank you for loving me. I know it's not easy. You've seen me in my brightest and darkest moments. You know the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between, but you accept me and choose me every day. So here are all my promises to you. Sorry guys, this is really long. I can't promise that I will get up at 3 a.m. when Milo and Jed randomly want to go out or when they throw up in the middle of the night. But I promise we will always give you love, affection, hugs, and snuggles. I can't promise that I won't steal the covers or make up most of the bed, or take up most of the bed, but I promise that it will always be you I come home to and sleep with every night. Except for when my sisters sleep over, you're sleeping on the couch. I can't promise that I will always be on time or not get ready last minute for any event, but I promise to always be by your side at every one, and when you're ready to leave, I definitely am. I can't promise I'll ever take the trash out or do the dishes, but I promise to spend every day making beautiful memories with you and the stinky dinky boys in our home. I can't promise that I won't get annoyed at some things you do, such as putting dirty clothes on the floor literally right next to the hamper, or pushing clean clothes on the bed over to my side instead of helping me put them away, but I promise to accept you as you are, the good, bad, ugly, and everything yet I have to learn and love. And I can't promise that I will ever be perfect, but I promise to love you, be silly with you, go on adventures, grow, and share my life with you. I promise to remember these vows when times get tough, to lean on you when I need it, and be someone you can lean on when you need it. We both know how indecisive I can be, but one thing I will always know for sure is that you are my person, and the person I want to spend forever with. You're my home, my best friend, my partner, my adventure buddy, and my other half. You're the person I want to call, the person I want to travel the world with, and the person I can tell anything to. You're the person I want to do nothing with, and the person I want to do everything with. You're the person I want to adopt all the dogs with, and there will be more dogs, because this is non-negotiable, and this is what you're signing up for. I love you, I always have, and I always will, and I'm so excited that I get to marry you and spend forever with you, Mai, and Jet. Thank you.
Rings are a precious metal. They are also made precious by you wearing them. These rings mark the beginning of your long journey together. It is a seal of the vows you have just taken to love each other without end. The ring, an unbroken, never-ending circle, is a symbol of the unbroken, never-ending love that you two have for each other. By exchanging these rings, you promise to love and honor each other while continuing to be compassionate, patient, and understanding as you build your lives together. You can both feel the love surrounding you today. These rings represent your love for each other, as well as the love from everyone who is here today. May the wedding rings you exchange today remind you always that you are surrounded by endless love. Matthew, please place the ring on Noreen's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring
Give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you,
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you
today,
today,
always, and forever.
always, and forever.
Noreen, please place the ring on Matthew's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you,
as a symbol of my love and commitment to you,
today, always, and forever.
today, always, and forever.
As a final symbol of their unity, Noreen and Matthew have chosen a sand ceremony. On this table are 2 individual jars of sand and an hourglass. Allow the sand within each jar to symbolize your individual lives. Visualize each grain of sand as a moment in time, either one that has already come and gone or one yet to pass. The sand also represents the waves endured over time, every trial and tribulation that has been thrown your way. It represents your joys and achievements. Reflect on these experiences and the strength that was required to achieve your goals and overcome challenges on your own. The hourglass represents new time together, moving forward throughout life. You will now have each other to celebrate, achieve, reflect, and overcome challenges with. As individuals, you are beautiful and capable on your own. When the two of you are blended together, you become something even more beautiful, even more powerful. And so, as the grains of sand can never be separated again, so will your marriage be. Noreen and Matthew, you can start pouring sand in the hourglass.
That didn't work out like I thought.
As we come to the end of the ceremony, I want you to both to remember one thing. This day is full of so much excitement and emotion and happiness. You have spent months planning this day, and it is finally here. When you wake up tomorrow, it will all be over. So take a few seconds to look into each other's eyes and think about all the emotions you're feeling. May you always remember this beautiful day. May you remember the sand between your toes, the soft breeze in the air, the perfect blue water, the warm sun on your skin. May you always remember those here and the love they have for you. I hope that your future together will always allow you to return to this moment. And with that, it is time to pronounce. By the power vested in me, and under the laws of the state of Florida, it gives me great honor and pleasure to now pronounce you husband and wife, and to be the first to introduce you as Mr. and Mrs. Cease. Matt, you may kiss the bride.